I like to start my seminars with something that I feel is going to touch base for everyone. So we'll get pretty simple and get a little bit more advanced as we go. We're going to start outside leg locks from like a DOA or like outside the 50 position. Okay. Perfect. So we're here. The biggest thing I always take away from this position is most people like to sit in this triangle here, right? Triangle is really inefficient for applying leverage because everyone on your butt real quick. Everyone go on a triangle, put your hands on your back. You lift your hips to the ceiling as high as you can. It's the point where it stops, right? You feel it feels real awkward. All right, now drop your foot to the ankle. Now lift your hips as high as you can. Everyone see the difference in leverage there? So this is what we're playing with in our head when we start thinking about how we're going to apply leverage to our leg locks here. So over here, all I'm going to do is I'm going to come here, I'm going to come underneath. I'm going to lift up. When I lift up, I'm going to lock my hand underneath, grab, and when I grab, I'm making a little hole right here in the bottom, and I'm sticking 2 fingers in this. We call it 2 in the pink or Donald Trump. Teaching kids, figure something else out, I don't care. But this is how we remember because it's funny. So thumb on the middle knuckle here, make that hole, I'm going 2 fingers in here. So it allows me to engage my bicep in my pull. So we're here, I drop, feet are going on the hips here, and I cross them over. Top foot goes on bottom, second foot goes on top. I'm turning my chest to the ground and looking towards my shoulder as I drive my hips forward from that arc. So we're here, lift up, grab right here. 2 fingers lock, and my elbows pinch in. Foot goes onto the hip here, and I keep my cross. Drive my chest to the ground, hips come forward. All right, questions, comments, concerns? Anyone needs to do it again? All right, 1, 2. We're in this position. Let's say we know this guy has good straight ankle lock defense. He's booting his foot right away, and now we have to deal with that. Does anybody know where the defense of straight ankle lock speeds to? What happens when someone boots their foot? What opens up? No. Yeah. Same time. Yeah, the heel opens up. So we're here, legs on the outside, here. I go to start to set this, and I feel him start to boot. He starts to straighten his leg out here. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reach over, I'm gonna pull back and trap. Now, once I'm here, I tuck. Same thing on the hips, right here. I'm gonna drive up and push off. So again, we're here, I'm going for this. I feel him boot right away, right? I reach over, grab, tuck his toes underneath my armpit. Straight back here. Drop here, make a fist, and I'm cupping underneath that fist. Just like this. My fist sits right on my hand. Now from here, I'm driving forward and rolling my shoulders back. Okay? Questions, comments, concerns? Anyone need to see it again?
Got 1.
Right here, he goes to boot. I reach over and I grab his calf right here. Elbow goes back, comes back, collects, and I drop and turn. My feet come straight up. I lock my hands here, and now I'm driving forward as my shoulders roll back.
So we're catching like their toes with the back of our armpit?
Yes, back of the armpit, catch the toes right here.
Okay.
Is the guy there?
Are you doing the same Donald Trump thing?
No, right here.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I know, right?
On our outside attack. Let's say we get in this position, the person's doing a really good job of keeping their foot away as it's extended. So now the heel hook becomes harder. They can't grab it as easily. So we're here, his leg's still to the outside, we're here. I'm trying to bring this up to grab, but he's keeping it straight and kicking it out to the side. So what I'm gonna do is when I come here, I'm gonna grab his toes, and I'm just gonna push down here. Once I push down, my hand's gonna come underneath, and I sit right back. Can you see that? Pop down, come back, cut the heel. Now I'm gonna pull up here, and push the toes down. So get that Russian toe hold right there. They call it like a steering wheel toe hold. So we're here, he kicks away, grab the top, push down, hand goes straight down to the Achilles tendon right here. Now I bring my knees up and push his toes down. I don't So, we have 3 leg locks there from the outside position. Now we're going to work into our inside 50-50 position, where people cross their feet and stuff like that. So, one of my favorite things here in this 50-50 position is attacking the defensive leg. Our defensive leg attacks, where I mean that is the secondary leg crossed over the top, opens up our initial. So always remember that. So first things first, he has his feet crossed, right? All I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and I'm going to grab his big toe right here and scoop my hip. Once I'm here, all I have to do now is I'm going to shoot my hand through the hole and I grab over my thumb. Everyone see that? So I pinch his toes right here. My thumb goes right on that knuckle. Grab here. I reach over and I put my hand on top of that thumb to reinforce it. Now I'm just pulling it into my body, pushing forward. It's basically an inside heel on the cross side body. So right here is feet crossed. I grab here, push, reach through, grab my own thumb. Push forward as I pull back. So it's head extension here. Questions, comments, concerns? And when you see it, one more time. Grab his big toe right there, thumb goes right on top. Hands to the feet through, and I put it on top of my thumb. Now I posture up as I push forward. All right, 1, 2. What I mean by that is it moves the interconnect on the defense here. So this is why I like attacking that defensive or secondary leg first from the 50-50 position. Because almost certainly what happens is as you start to attack this right here, this person, when you go to reach, starts to kick this leg away. Cool. Come right back and just grab his foot, pull it in. Fist goes under, lock. Now when I'm here, I bring my knees up, heels to the ground, and now I'm driving straight back. And I have my inside heel right there. So, again, we're here, I reach for the first one, I start going, I'm known for this, he kicks away. I collect the first leg right here. And see, I just pull it in, hand goes under, down, heels curl in, knees pinch, straight back. Okay? Yeah. We go for the first one. I reach, he kicks. Boom, pull it in, lock, heels come in, straight back. And then if he goes recross, I go back to the first one again. And there it goes, my infinity loop of attack. Alright, 1, 2. We're here. He's got a good cross. Maybe his heel stuck down tight to the ground like we were talking, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoot out to the side, just like that, and I'm going to reach down into the hole I created. Once I have that, my hands are going to lock right here, and I'm pulling his leg up onto my shoulder. See how my elbow comes up? My foot's going to go on top of his foot here. Hand goes to shoulder, hand goes over, cups the heel. And now all I'm going to do is I'm going to look to the left. And I hold him with my head. The key is to make sure you feel that tension on the foot with your head. See how the back of my head is sitting right on top of his toes? This is how I'm doing it. You got the heel, straight back, full rotate. So again, right here, hand shoots down, I lock my hands, pull up, boom here. Lean back to my head's resting on his foot comfortably. Hand grabs the shoulder, hand grabs the heel, look to the left. Okay? Questions, comments, concerns? Anyone need to see it again? Right here, scoot out, kick on a hole, hand slides down, lock my hands. Pull it up, here, up onto my shoulder. Head leans back onto the foot, grab my delt, grab the heel, look towards the left. So we're opposite direction of the center of the foot. All right? 1, 2. So, I'm going to show y'all. This is one of my favorite triangles. I love this. I use it all the time. And it's really good for people that are really stubborn and trying. So, I'm here. I have him in my closed guard. Obviously, triangle setup doesn't really matter. All I'm going to do is push pull, up, over. But let's say he starts defending, right? He has good frames. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this hand right here, and I'm going to catch the far side of his hip. And now I'm going to scoop my butt out a little bit here. Everyone see a little rotation? So I'm here. Now I reach up, grab my ankle right there. I'm going to reach over and grab my shin right here. I'm going to pull it in. We call this the double triangle. It is ridiculous. I had a black belt in California tell me, he's like, oh, no one put me on triangles. I put him to sleep in like 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's a quick.
So right here, boom, up, over, I'm here. He starts defending. I catch the far side of the hip, and I'm scooting my butt out. It helps break his posture down. So I'm here and I just use that hand as an extension. Reach over, grab my ankle, top hand comes over, grabs my knee right here. And I'm pulling it back towards me as I crunch. All right, questions, comments, concerns? All right, 1, 2. So everyone gather around this side real quick. Like top side here. Yeah, this is not super. So I'm gonna get side mount pressure here, right? I'm gonna go middle finger in the armpit, grab his hip, my forearm stays across his hip, and I have my knee up here. I'm turning my shoulder into his face. So what I'm gonna do from here is I'm gonna bring my right knee forward by leaning onto my forearms here to keep my weight on him and slide it up. My right arm's gonna lift my elbow high and I'm gonna shoot under to this cross-side grip right here. Now, right hand comes on top and I start applying pressure. But as soon as I get here, everyone does the same thing, right? They try to push my elbow up. Yeah, right here. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my knee and just drive it over the top. Now from right here, I sprawl and bring my forearms together. Hand catches right here on the shoulder. So, one more time, I'm here, knee to hip, hand on hip here, forearm over the top, crushing his face. I come up, weight on my forearms, lift my elbow, reach over to the far side, or the near side trap right here, hand comes on top. He starts to try to push. I bring my knee through the hole, pin his arm. Hand stays exactly where it is. Now I just drive my elbow down as I pull with the left arm. All right? Questions, comments, concerns? Right here. All right. 1, 2. And it's as we go, instead of trying to push the elbow up, they try to rotate towards you to turn up on our side. What this does is it opens up the back. It's really easy back there. So. I'm here. Up, I go for the same thing, knee comes in, over here, and I pass this off. And as soon as I go here, instead of pushing, he starts to turn up on his side here, which is cool. I just keep my hands in the same place. I'm gonna look over my right shoulder, and his arm turns over my head, right here. Now, I replace my left knee with my right knee, right here, and I just step the corner, turn, pull, right onto the neck. I go from the Ezekiel to the back. Down, I'm here, right here, bring my knee in, lift up, pass, arm comes over. He starts trying to turn. I pull him towards me and I look over my right shoulder. His arm goes up. Now I come back glue, replace my left knee with my right knee, right here. Left leg steps over, shin drives down, pull. Slide around the neck. Chin on top, body triangle, elbow pulls back to finish. Questions, comments, concerns? Everyone got it? All right, 1, 2. So now I'm gonna show you all how I like to game the system a little bit on arm triangles. There's a little detail that a lot of people miss on how you can rotate the angles. So I'm gonna show you a simple setup and then how I mess with it. So, arm triangle is easy. All it's about is isolation here. So typically what I look for when I'm going to my arm triangles is I want his left arm to come on the inside of my armpit here. So if he starts coming in, like you try to come in here to start creating distance, your hand moves across, anything like that. So like right here to create some frames. So this happens a lot. People try to create that frame to take off the pressure. So when this happens, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna come up, and I'm gonna slide my knee here, right underneath his arm. So now I can't go back down, right? I now can take my hand and I'm just gonna come underneath. Push up, come under, right here. See how my hand's underneath? Head drops and I lock. But a lot of times people are really stubborn here. They don't give up the angle, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come, lift this knee, and I'm sliding my left knee under my hand here. So now I'm gonna use that to turn the angle. I'm driving off of my foot, and I'm turning down to my knees. And now I finish right here. So right here, he tries to take the pressure off his face, slides his hand in right here. Cool, my knee's gonna come underneath, just hold that in place. Hand slides back, bring this up, push, down. Everything stays tight. I turn up onto my toe right here and lift this knee. Left leg slides under, and I bring my hands on top of my knee. You can see that gable grip? Driving off this toe. Knees come down, and now I squeeze here. He tries to take the pressure off his face by sliding his hand in. Knee comes under here. I bring my hand back, pop up, down. Now once I lock, turn up onto this toe, lift this knee, bottom knee slides under. Drive off, knees to the ground, and finish. So, same position here. I'm dealing with this, and he's coming over the shoulder, just like this, right? So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come and I'm gonna push onto his hip here. See what happens is his elbow now is in front of my sternum. So I'm gonna take this hand, I'm just gonna bring it back and in front of me here. You wanna see this? So now I push off his hip, drop, and I'm gonna drive my knee forward and pull right there. Americana right here. I go to finish. I'm locking, he already tapped, so I'm not gonna pull too hard. I'm driving off this left foot. Boom, here. So I'm here, he's pulling there, I push, bring this hand in front, turn, leg over his body right here. Pulls it in. Hands locked, drive up. Okay. Questions, comments, concerns? Everyone got it? Alright, 1, 2. 2, that also works pretty well. So, half guard here, doesn't matter which side. So he's going half guard. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drive in like I'm trying to pass here. So I'm controlling, my head's up under his jaw and I control his elbow right here. Hands are going to the hip, and all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring my right knee in as I pull this towards me. So I'm pulling this, right knee comes in right here. So see how it reinforces my grip? Now I just throw my right leg over his hip, pop, and up. You all right? It's a little bit tighter, but it's really easy to set up. So, for the other side, just make it even. I'm here, controlling, here. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring my knee in and I'm pushing his elbow towards his hip. Knee comes under here. See how it forces it into place? The leg comes over, push up. Okay? Questions, comments, concerns? All right, 1, 2. You don't want to flip across the body on your because you're helping him roll out. So when I'm here, what I want is I want to bend to the knee. I want this trap, and I want to be here. See how my shoulder's down and my fist is up? Okay, now when I grab it, I can keep this cross, and all I'm gonna do is drive forward on the ground. Well, eventually you run into a limit with triangles, right? People just keep their head back. So you need lower body attacks. Really what it was, is as I was competing and training, I started seeing the trend where Jiu-Jitsu was going to go, and it was all wrestling and leg lock headed. So I was like, all right, let me learn some leg locks. And I just stuck with it. Plus, leg lock's kind of fascinating because it's an aspect of the game that wasn't as highly explored, especially when I was starting. So it allowed for more room for ideas.
How long have you been training?
15 years. Yeah.
I got a question about a Kimura. I end up in the Kimura locked position, and it's like I'm up in half guard, bottom half guard, whatever, and they'll hide it.
So here, you lock it and hide it into
Lock
the
it,
hip.
and then they'll hide it right there, and you can't.
All right, so throw your right leg over the back more. There. Now, as you rotate, pull it up to your chin and then rotate with your torso. That's where your separation creates. Because you need that leg to push off of to create the separation on the body. So, hope that was.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
What is your favorite entry from open guard?
Favorite entry from open guard? Okay. I'll do it to you. I didn't want to do it because I want to show you. No. Oh, you mean from open guard top or from bottom?
You're playing top.
I'm playing top?
Yeah.
Easy. All right, so if I'm here, what I like is I like to use a leg drag position. So what I'll do is I'll go shins here, I'll control here, and I'll feed across. Now when I feed across, I use this elbow pull back, in, and I sit. Now I'm right here. That's my favorite.
I'm gonna sit on the outside. You and her.
Yeah. So controlling, I'm going here, coming in. My elbow catches back, and I turn. Right there. So I keep that leverage. And then I have a heel. One leg forward, right? So what I'm looking for to do is I'm gonna take my thumb knuckle, I'm gonna catch right behind, I'm gonna go shin to shin. right here, and I'm gonna grab. Once I go grab, I'm gonna roll down, here, pull up, and now I keep control of this right here. So now all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push forward, pull here, come back, and catch. Right there. And that's my favorite. So, leg locks all stem from what?
Access to legs.
No, on them. Where does all his leverage come from?
It comes from his hips.
Yeah. So, he tries to enter in on me, it doesn't matter where it is. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna control his hips and his head. No matter where he goes, try to enter. Hips, head. Hips, head. Yeah. It's all hip and head control. Heavy on the head, heavy on the hips. His hips can't move underneath you, he can't leg lock you. Anyone else?
I found myself fighting bottom control a lot, like there'll be a top side control here, and I like want to bridge out before I can get all the way into full guard. I usually get
And you
caught
get stuck right
here,
there.
like-
Okay.
So like I'm not sure if like playing rubber guard from here would be a good idea because I can't really base
So you
out.
could do that. I'm gonna show you an easier option for escape if you're just trying to get out. So go back real quick. So when he goes here, take your right hand and put it right on top of your crotch. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna push his ear and then bridge hard and throw your hand with your bridge. Yeah. Now pull your head out. Look what's right there. No, stay right there. Slide your arms. Walk your hips forward. There you go. Now take your left foot, put it on the inside. They call this a crowbar. Turn up on your side. Then you're gonna kick up and use it to bring the right foot through, and you're gonna go butterfly. Yep. Now unhooks right there, and you take them to the no. Look at the right hand. You can leave the left one on top. Go to Gordon Ryan sleep basically. So right here, palm to palm. Elbow's gonna drop on the inside here. Now take them to the angled out. So go connection, butterfly, connection, over.
Alright,
So typically when you're doing here, and you pull this through, right? So, yeah, there we go. So if I'm going vaporizer and the angle changes here, what I like to do, if I can't get this, is I'll come back to here and I'll start to pull this down. So once I pull this down, I'll switch off and go here. And switch it back. I don't over pursue anything. So that's what I do. Because a lot of times, like, people are real flexible on that, especially if they have strong legs,
dude.
and you almost put your knee at pressure if they're flexible.
That's what I noticed.
So I like to
myself.
switch back onto something else. So that's me.